Hello, I'm Jaspreet, and today we are talking some lessons from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm reading this book again, and this time, what happens is when we read a book again and again and again, we start getting more, we start getting more things to absorb from it. And from that perspective, I want to bring the value of this book to you. And to be able to do that, I want to take a real life challenge. So the challenge is that we are able to see something wrong. We know someone in our team or somewhere around is doing something wrong. For example, let's take very small example. Someone is smoking and there is a board written above that, no smoking zone. Now, if you will try to go to that person and say, you cannot see this here, you are not allowed to smoke. It's clearly written, it's no smoking zone. Then what will happen? Now, can you imagine what will happen? Because you can imagine what will happen, that is why you are not able to speak up, because you know it will lead to quarrel. Chances of quarrel and disagreement are high when we directly criticize someone, when we directly point out a mistake. So we want to avoid that situation. Either we avoid getting into that situation, or we are prepared for a fight ourselves and we enter into such a quarrelsome situation. But we are human beings. We want the results. We want amicable results. We want people to be able to do the right thing, and they are happy to do it also. Okay, so now what happened is, in a similar situation, from based on what I have learned from the book, if I have to point out that this is a no smoking zone and do not smoke here, what I will say is, hi, I will appreciate it if you can smoke outside or a little away from this area. That's it. Hi, I will appreciate if you could do this. That's it. So now what I have done is, instead of criticizing, complaining, I am just saying I will appreciate it if you could. Hey, I will appreciate it if you could bring me a glass of water. I will appreciate it if you can do this for me. I will appreciate it if you can participate amicably in the team effort. I will appreciate. So now this I've learned from this book, and there are many ideas. And so what is happening is, if we can start by saying that from where you are, what you have done. If I were in your place, I would have also done the same. But I want to share with you what how I see things. Okay. So now, if I were in your place, then I would have also done a similar thing. But here is what I want to share from my perspective. Can I? Now, what I have done here is that I have completely acknowledged, agreed with whatever they have done. Even I would have done similar thing if I were in their situation, lived their life. And now, what I can contribute, okay, in that, what new perspective I can contribute in next person's life, I am open to share that. May I share, may I suggest. Now again, I am inquiring from the next person. If the next person says yes, I'm open to listen, then I can say. If they say no, we know how life works, we know how things are to be managed, we do not want any other perspective or knowledge, then I am clear that this is not the right time. So I can stay calm, silent. The time will come when the other person might be in an open minded mindset, a position, and they would be open to listen to other perspectives. And that would have been the right time. So now, if I start without taking their permission to change their perspective, then it will not happen. It never happens like that. So, what we are doing is, when we see people complaining, criticizing, doing something wrong, speaking rudely, anything, in any situation, at home, at office, whatever may be the situation, I can sincerely try to see things from their perspective. This is the first step which I need to do, because I want results. If only I want that, I can slash out my emotions and get relieved of my emotional burden. Then I can just be angry and scream. Okay, I can do anything and scold the next person if that is my whole intention is. Okay, then what will happen is I will get relieved from my emotional burden. It's like pressure cooker, it has released. But what will happen to the relationship? What will happen to the next person? Will the next person agree with me? Not at all. He will create more justifiable reasons why he is right from where he is, because future is uncertain. We do not know what will happen next, so we are taking decisions like a gamble. Some are right, some are wrong. Consider, if you are right 55% of the times in stock market, then you will be rich. So if you're right only 55% of times, you will be having best time of your life. But 55% is very difficult. So consider, we all commit blunders and mistakes, but it's very difficult to admit it, and to speak out this to the next person is, you can understand, it's devastating. So most people try to stay silent or try to speak to a coworker or someone else instead of talking to the right person who needs to be addressed. So what we can do is, we can ask the next person that you are doing great, and from where they are, whatever they have done, if I were you, I would have also done the same. But what I see from where I am right now, I can share it with you. May I? Now, if they say yes, then I can share my perspective. And even while sharing my perspective, I can appreciate the next person, and instead of using but, I can use and. So now these are the few key lessons from the book, and there are many, 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 many to go. So let's close the conversation here. You take these lessons, I'm listing it down for you to try out in your life and see the results. And then you can share your real life challenge. Like, see, Jaspreet, I'm caught in this situation and I do not know how to speak, what to say, how to handle this situation. We can talk over it. And I will give you suggested words that try speaking it in this way, try listening in this way, and then at this point say this. So in this way you will learn and master this communication skill, and it will take you to the heights which you want to reach. All the best, take care, enjoy.